beautiful people. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Starseed Zayad, and this is going to be a quieter pick a card reading. This is a timeless pick a card reading for the next 7 days. So it doesn't matter when you see this, it is timeless, and if you see this, the message is meant for you. Now, it is also a general reading, so take what you feel resonates with your heart and your soul, and leave everything that doesn't behind. We have 3 piles. We have group number 1, group number 2, and group number 3. So there's 3 cards in each pile, and then I'm going to draw some tarot cards as well, and it's going to be a very soft and easy reading for the soul and the heart, okay? So your reading will be in the description box below. I will put the timestamp for your reading there, and I will also have my Linktree down below with all my social media if you want to follow me elsewhere. And I will see you guys at your reading, excuse me. Take care. Hello, group number 1, and welcome to your timeless pick a card reading for the next 7 days. So you chose pile number 1, and I have a good energy from these cards, so let's see. We have play, have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. We have Air Guardian, shift your perception. And we have the Sun, enjoy success and happiness. I really, it was just as I said that I felt such a good energy when I hovered my hand over the cards. These next 7 days are really going to be abundant for you, okay? There's a lot going on here, but this all starts from within your mind. With this Air Guardian, we're seeing here that the universe really wants you to start focusing on the positives and not giving so much energy to the negative. And I know that can seem easier said than done, right? You can't control other people. You can't control the outside circumstances a lot of times. And you can't control how people react to certain situations. And all of this can make you nervous. It can make you anxious when there's a lot of chaos going on around you, or there's somebody around you going through a struggle and you can really get down. But the universe is saying to refocus your energy, realign your energy within yourself, and you can feel compassion for them, but realize that you're having your own journey right now, and that you can't get emotionally and spiritually involved in all these other different issues that are going on. Your primary focus at this moment has to be yourself, has to be your mental health, your spiritual health, and your physical health. That needs to be your primary focus. And so these next 7 days, you're really going to start shifting your perception away from always focusing on what is going wrong, or the negative, or this person is going through that, and that person is going through this, and letting that affect you, you're really going to start becoming aware of how you are processing your emotions and how you are letting outside forces maybe manipulate and alter your emotional state of being, right? It's almost like sometimes certain things take you out of alignment, and so it does feel like part of your purpose here, and part of this process is you learning to find peace and not get driven into the chaos that is going on around you. So with that, we have the play card. Have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. And it really feels to me that you've been working hard, you've been responsible, and you've been doing these things that society says you're supposed to be doing, and you've really been putting in your all into these things. But there's this feeling of you being burnt out, okay? There's this feeling of you realizing that you really don't get enough time for yourself, enough time for your emotional needs. There's this feeling that sometimes you really don't make any progress towards your goals. The whole day goes by and you realize, wow, I didn't even get any time to myself, to focus on myself, to focus on my goals and the dreams that I desire. And so there is this message coming in of you being more playful, you enjoying yourself more, you finding that little, even if it's just an hour, to just relax and enjoy yourself and really get into your chakras and getting into alignment, okay? There's this real sense of that coming in these next 7 days. And then we have the sun. Enjoy success and happiness. So it feels to me that there is something good coming your way, okay? These next 7 days, it feels to me that things are going to start happening behind the scenes that is going to lead you to this place of abundance and happiness, okay? It really feels like there's going to be a huge shift in your life, and this is going to start 7 days from when you see this video. Now, it might not be this huge shift, this huge change that immediately turns your life upside down, right? It might not be that. It might be something so small and so simple, and you don't even think twice about it. But then the weeks go on, and it's almost like the snowball effect starts, where all these things start to add up, and you really start to find yourself in a place of abundance and in a place of worth and feeling successful, feeling empowered, feeling good about yourself, okay? This is coming the next 7 days, but it's not going to be immediate. The start of it is coming, okay? And it's going to lead you to a lot of success, a lot of joy, a lot of abundance. And so we're going to draw the tarot cards now to find out more information on your reading, okay? We're going to see if there's any specific thing that is coming these next 7 days. So I will now grab my tarot deck, and I'm going to shuffle the cards. So just bear with me one moment. Your first card is the 3 of Pentacles. Your second card is the Ace of Wands. Your third card is the Two of Pentacles. And your last card is the Eight of Pentacles. So, these next 7 days, I understand now why we have the Sun in joy, success, and happiness. Because we have the Three of Pentacles, we have the Two of Pentacles, and we have the Eight of Pentacles. And what I see here is you really recognizing your worth. You recognizing that you are talented and that you have something you are capable of. You have a gift to offer. And this is just a simple idea here, but it's something that is so worthwhile. It's so worth you pursuing this, okay? It feels to me that you haven't pursued this dream or this idea that you've been wanting to. You've thought about it, but you haven't really gone after it, or you've sort of not had the time because you've been getting absorbed into other people's drama and other people's lives. And it was like I was saying in the beginning, excuse me, that I felt that you were at this place where you weren't really getting enough time for yourself. You weren't getting enough time to relax, to play, to enjoy yourself, okay? You weren't getting that personal space that you really needed, okay? And so it's now coming into fruition. These next 7 days, you're really going to kick it into gear. There's a shift coming here. There's an awakening, okay? There's an activation of your crown chakra. You're realigning with your crown chakra. And there's this real sense of you getting clear in your head and saying, you know what? I am going to start taking small steps towards this dream, towards this idea that I have, okay? This concept, this thing that I've been wanting to do, that I've been wanting to try, okay? It really feels that way with you guys. And it feels to me that this is specifically a entrepreneur business type situation. This has been coming up in a lot of my readings. And so I really see that for a lot of us, because of what happened in 2020, okay, the situation that arose, a lot of people were out of work. You might have been one of them. And this is a general reading, so some of you actually did lose your work, some of you didn't, some of you lost a lot of hours, and it made you question if you can actually put all your eggs into one basket, so to speak. And so you've been thinking here and there, should you start your own thing on the side, just in case your day job or what you currently do for an income goes south, because after what you saw in 2020, you sort of lost that sense of security. Even if you didn't lose your work, you saw so many other people lose their work, so many other people having to pick up jobs that they did not study, okay, that they did not study for, that they did not they didn't pursue that. That wasn't their life purpose, and they had to go settle for something to make ends meet. There were people waiting for months to get the unemployment, okay? And this is all stuff that you saw, and it registered in your subconscious mind, and it almost feels like there's been this real sense of like this soft whisper and the soft voice telling you to go pursue this dream. Now, it might not even be that you have it in your head to make a business, but because you end up following this dream, it actually ends up making you some type of money. And it's so fascinating. Now, obviously, this isn't going to be within the next 7 days, but what we do see here in the next 7 days is you really getting into this place where you are going to go after what you desire, what you want, okay, your dreams. And even if that isn't entrepreneurship, this does eventually lead you to a new place where you're making an income for yourself. So it's so fascinating, and it really is just a good next 7 days for you where you're really going to get into alignment with yourself. You're really going to align with your crown chakra, okay? You're going to start taking the time for yourself, okay? You're going to start saying, okay, that's happening on the outside, but there's nothing else that I can do about that. I can only focus on what's going on in the inside of me and what I can control on the outside. And so there's this real shift in your mind, and that shift, it's like a snap, and it just awakens this new part of your mind, these new parts of your DNA, and it gets you going with this. So that is your reading group number 1. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for more readings, for more videos on spirituality, and for more Reiki sessions. I wish you all the love. Take care. Hello, group number 2, and welcome to your timeless pick a card reading for the next 7 days. This is a timeless reading, so it does not matter when you see it. This is a general reading, so take the messages that resonate with you and leave what doesn't behind. So we have 3 cards here, and we are going to look at your first card. Break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. Peacekeeper, let go of the need to be right. Drum, dream and journey. Okay, so these next 7 days, there's this real emphasis, and I don't want to point the finger at anybody, but there is this sense of you having confrontation, and we have to remember that we are all operating at the consciousness that we are currently aware of. So here, there's this real sense of outside forces sometimes getting involved in your personal life, in your personal affairs. It seems to me that certain people around you have this issue with boundaries. However, I am going to draw tarot cards so we can find out more information. Now, with this drum card here, it says dream and journey. And if we look, we see a compass. we see north, south, east, and west. And drum, it's sort of like that old saying where you're marching to the beat of your own drum. You're pursuing the life you desire, the things you want, and you're not focusing on the negative or the issues that people are trying to drag you in or get you involved in, okay? This is you realizing that you can't control how other people react. You can't control other people's emotions. You can't control all these outside forces. All you can control, you and what's inside of you, your heart, your soul, and your mind, and also the things that you know you can change on the outside. Trying to argue or change somebody else's mind on something when they just won't listen, when they just don't want to change, is a waste of time now. It's 2021. Don't light yourself on fire to keep others warm. It's not your job to save other people. That's not your job. Other people are capable. They're more than capable of making the changes that they need to live a more vibrant and happy life. And I feel that you guys in group number 2, a lot of you are the empaths, and you're also the caretakers and the healers, and you're the sensitives and the intuitives, and you really have a lot of feelings for your fellow humans, and that's a great thing. But part of your lesson here on Earth is realizing that you can't save everybody. Not everybody is going to agree with you and the things that you choose and the things that you desire. And so when we have this peacekeeper let go of the need to be right, it's time to just accept that you are going on a different path. And this next 7 days that is coming, it's going to be made very clear, okay? It's going to be made very clear that those people around you, they aren't going to change anytime soon. They aren't going to accept what you're about to do, because I feel that you are about to make a massive shift in your life, and you're going to spring into a new season. And a lot of people around you, they aren't going to be supportive of this, it seems. I've been getting this message a lot in my previous readings, so I recommend you view some of those for more information. But I do see here that there is a little bit of friction coming up because of what you are going to do, because of the shifts that you are going to make in your life. And so Spirit is sort of wanting you to not engage in any of this drama, or to not engage in other people's opinions about what you are doing with your life, because they are already set in their ways, and it only takes them and their effort to initiate change. You can't change them, and you can't save them. And I know it's hard. I know, because you probably have people that you love dearly, but they don't want to see the light. You have to accept that they are going to continue down their path unless they choose to awaken. So when we see this middle card here, break the chain, it's a stepping forward. It's being called to no longer engage, to no longer explain yourself, to no longer provide explanations, to no longer ask for permission. If you are of age, okay, when we see that break the chain, it's you realizing, you getting to this place where you say, I am this divine being, and I can choose where I wish to go, where I desire to go. I don't need anybody else's permission. I don't need anybody else's approval. I don't need to wait for anybody to give me the green light to do what my heart feels called to do. So we're really going to see that happening for you guys these next 7 days. You're going to realize, you know what? Sometimes the best way to make myself heard is to not say anything at all, because there's been these confrontations and these disagreements, and it's time for you to realize that the people around you that you're having these disagreements with and these confrontations, it's always going to be the same. There's no point in engaging with them anymore. You just have to do what you truly desire to do. Now I'm going to grab my tarot deck and draw 4 tarot cards to see if we can get any more specific information. So just bear with me one moment. The first card is the Page of Cups. The second card is the King of Pentacles. The third card is the 5 of Wands. And the last card, my mic fell, I apologize. The last card is the Ace of Cups. Now, remember what I was saying, that there has been a lot of confrontation here, and that is why we see the 5 of Wands. The 5 of Wands in the tarot deck is the main card that specifically is associated with confrontation, fighting of the physical and mental kind, and extreme duress with many people around you. Now, it's interesting to see here the Page of Cups and the Ace of Cups, because what that tells me is that things are going to start falling into place these next 7 days, where you are going to meet a new person, okay? You are going to meet somebody. It's not in the 7 days. The timeline that I get right now is August of 2022 or September of 2021. So there's this person coming in, and this is somebody that is very well off. They're put together very well. They have their finances well off, and it feels to me that they are an entrepreneur, and they have their own side hustle. They have their own business. They make their own money. I apologize if you hear noise in the background. People just got home from work, so if you hear anything, that's them. But because I see the Page of Cups, we're seeing a new relationship. And if you look, you can see seahorses there. And there's something that most people don't know about seahorses, is that they mate for life most of the time. So it's so interesting we have that. And then we have the Ace of Cups here, because when we see the Ace of Cups, we're looking at a relationship that is very successful, a relationship that is for life. Okay, this is a connection. It could be romantic, it may not be, it could be a friendship. But for most of you, because I see the Page of Cups there, I am seeing this as a romantic relationship. And so when I see the Ace of Cups, I get twin flame coming in, okay? I get this connection that is coming in very soon for you guys, okay? Like I said, September of 2021 or August of 2022, you guys are going to cross paths with this person. And it's a huge difference in time frame for some of you, because some of you are not as leveled up as others in terms of your consciousness. This is all about your mind and your consciousness and where you're at. The higher your consciousness and frequency and vibration, the faster you will cross paths with this person. And so for some of you, you will cross paths with this person September of 2021. Others, you will cross paths with this person by August of 2022. Now, some of you might meet the person in between those different months. So it is a general reading, so I can't pinpoint the exact timeline. And there's also a lot of factors here involved. There's a lot of changes that are going to be made within you. And starting these next 7 days, this is where we see these changes happening. What I also see is that you are going to book some type of trip, or you're going to go on some type of journey. So don't say no to that. That is what your soul is calling you to do. Go explore, have fun, be safe obviously, but go and explore and go to these places that you feel called to. So that is your timeless pick a card reading group number 2. Please make sure to subscribe to the channel for more readings, videos on spirituality, and Reiki energy videos. And if you enjoyed this, give it a thumbs up. Make sure to share it with your friends and family. I wish you all the love. Take care. Hello, group number 3, and welcome to your pick a card reading for the next 7 days. This is a timeless pick a card reading, so it does not matter when you see this video, this message is meant for you. This is a general reading, so as always, take only what resonates with you and leave everything else behind. Now, this is a reading for the next 7 days. Your first card, the Crumbling. What are you clinging on to? Your second card, Heart Guardian. Love and let yourself be loved. And your third card, Earth Guardian. Stay rooted and grounded. I just had to feel the energy of the cards because it feels like there's a lot of pull and tugging here. It feels like there's a lot of friction. It feels that you've been through some things recently and it's been very emotional for you. I feel that some of you seeing this have lost somebody, and so there's been a lot of turbulent emotions and a lot of chaotic energy around you. And so some of you have come here seeking guidance, seeking answers. We have the Earth Guardian here. Stay rooted and grounded. And this is just telling me that for you guys, don't change who you are for anybody else. You are special and unique, and you are fine just the way you are. Don't try to mold yourself into what somebody else desires you to be. That is not what you came here to do. That is not your purpose. That is not your dream. That is not something that you should ever desire, to change yourself so that others can accept you. You are unique in your own special way. You don't have to change yourself for anybody but yourself. And when you do change yourself, it's to improve. It's to be better than you were before. It's to be more positive, more optimistic, more happy, more emotionally balanced. It's not to change who you are as a person to fit in with a group of people. Because these people, while they look good on the outside, they cannot offer you what you are searching for in the inside. And they are not the people, they are not your tribe that you are meant to be with. And when you do these things where you change yourself for other people as to not rock the boat, so that you can fit in, so that you can be accepted, you create these spiritual attachments. These are negative spiritual attachments. And what happens is, with the law of attraction and manifestation, you start to attract and manifest more of these people into your life. These people that desire to mold you into who they think you should be. And so there's this real emphasis that Spirit is saying these next 7 days to not change who you are, to not give in to somebody's demands if they are demanding you to do something that you do not feel comfortable doing. To not say yes to everybody's demands. Spirit is telling you, and it feels that this next 7 days, you're really going to put your foot down, because it feels to me that you are the empaths, you are the intuitives, and you are the sensitives, and you really care for your fellow human being. However, the reality is that there are humans of the light, and there are humans of darkness. And humans of darkness wish to exploit those of the light. They know that it is hard for you to say no. So you must remember, when these next 7 days come, you're going to be tested again. And this is your chance to put your foot down and say that I will not be pushed around like this or ruled over by any person or any situation. I am fully capable of making changes in my life and doing what I need to do to be happy and to be abundant. I don't need that from anybody. I don't need anybody's permission to do that or to pursue that, because I am a free, sovereign being. And this is a big moment for you, because we see the crumbling card. What are you clinging on to? And it was almost like this, I don't want to say people pleaser, but it definitely feels like there was this energy of not wanting confrontation and not wanting issues and not wanting to rock the boat. But you reach a point where you say, you know what, enough is enough. This is now going too far. and you finally stand up for yourself. You finally say, I'm going to take care of myself and honor myself and make time for me, because before it feels like with you guys in group number 3 that you were not having that time for yourself. You were not having those days that you had planned, where you were going to do the research for your dream and figure out what the next steps are. And instead of doing that, you got caught up in other people's situations. You got caught up in work. And this stuff dragged you down and made you feel a little bit depressed. And before you know it, it was already 10 or 11 p.m. at night, and you realized, wait a minute, I didn't even get time to work on myself. I didn't even get time to myself, to enjoy myself, to do the things that I want, to research what it is I need to do to get to where I desire to be so badly. And now, these next 7 days, you're going to set the tone. You're going to put your foot down. You are no longer going to allow this. And this is the crumbling. This is the end of an old programming that was running your subconscious mind. We have Heart Guardian, your 3rd card. Love and let yourself be loved. It's one of my favorite cards. And with this, putting healthy boundaries and not saying yes to everybody, you finally put yourself first. You finally make yourself the priority. You finally realize, you know what, I have to look after myself first, because nobody else is going to do that out here. I have to make sure that I'm physically well, mentally well, spiritually well, so that I can give my 100% to my life's mission, to my wife, to my husband, to my kids, if you have any children. And this is really you putting yourself first, you really loving yourself. And it feels to me that for some of you who are single, there is this sense of, once you do this in these next 7 days, things start to happen behind the scenes where somebody does come into your life, and it's a romantic connection. Now I'm going to draw some tarot cards. I'm going to grab the deck, and we're going to see if we can find out any more information before we close out your reading. So just bear with me one moment. The Hierophant, the Empress, Justice, wow, you know, there's always these readings where, and oh my gosh, you will not believe this. So you have the Hermit, and then for some reason I decided to look at the bottom of the deck, even though for the other readings I did not look at the bottom of the deck. But you have the 2 of Cups. So it was like I was saying, that for those of you who are single, and please excuse if you hear noise in the background, people have come home from work. But it was as I was saying, that those of you who are single, once you stand up for yourself and you put these healthy boundaries, behind the scenes, the universe is going to work to bring somebody to you. And this is a twin flame connection. This is somebody that you're going to be with for a long time. Pretty much for life, okay? Now, it's so interesting. I was laughing, almost, because I was talking about staying rooted and staying grounded and putting yourself first and not giving in to anybody. And so, we have the Hierophant. Now, the Hierophant is a little slow-moving energy. And when we see the Hierophant, that is talking about us holding on to some of these family traditions, okay? We've been holding on to some of these things that our family has taught us, and some of these things are good, but most of the times, it's stuff that's really not good, okay? And we see this mainly in Hispanic and Asian ethnicities, but we also see it across all races. But there are things there, like women shouldn't work. You can't move out until you get married. You have to take your parents in when they're older, okay? These are just a few examples of some of these traditions, and this is where what I was saying comes in, because what Spirit is really bringing into the park right now is that you have to understand that if you do not put these boundaries and put yourself first, there's going to be more of this where people are going to try to demand favors from you. And this is why it is so important you put up your boundaries and you put yourself first, because we have the Empress card here. And the Empress, she does not put up with anybody. She does her own thing. She makes her own choices, her own decisions. She does what she wants when she desires. She doesn't ask anybody for permission. She doesn't wait for anybody's approval. And she does not try to please other people. She does what she desires, and she shows up as who she truly is. And because of that, she lives in this constant state of abundance. She is constantly reaping the harvest because she knows what she wants, and she will not accept anything less. And so this is the energy that you guys are moving towards, okay? You are moving towards this energy where you are going to start doing what you want. You're not going to care anymore about the drama and about making other people happy, because you're going to understand it is not about these people. It is not a two-way journey where you are going to experience your life and other people are going to join you and do that. Yeah, sometimes they'll join you, but that's not real life. Real life is you experiencing things on your own. And so there is this sense of you getting fiercely independent these next 7 days. Now with this Justice card and with this Hermit, okay? When you start to put yourself first and you start to put up boundaries with people, many people will not accept this. This is because before they were benefiting from you always saying yes. They were benefiting from you not having any boundaries. They were benefiting from you putting yourself last. So when you no longer do that, and you no longer put up with it, that is when they make it clear to you that they no longer have any use for you. And that is when you have sort of this trying time where you go through a little bit of loneliness because you realize that relationships that you used to have with certain people weren't actual relationships. It was a one-sided thing where the person only wanted you around because of what you were able to provide them. And so there is this period after the 7 days where people are gonna start not really vibrating with you because they're going to see that you aren't going to put up with it anymore. And it's no longer going to benefit or serve them. And so there is sort of this justice coming in, because even though we don't see that these people mean harm to us, or that they are trying to exploit us, or that they are trying to take advantage, Spirit sees it all. Spirit sees the person's heart. Spirit knows the true intentions. Okay? And it's so I just couldn't hold back but chuckle, because there goes Spirit again. I'm a real psychic, guys, and seeing this Justice card is the cherry on top. It means the balance is going back to you. The balance is going back into your favor. You're no longer going to be taken advantage of or exploited, because whether you want to accept it or not, people who try to take advantage of you and successfully do it are exploiting you. They know exactly what they are doing. They see your kind nature and wish to take advantage. And I know some of you might dislike the video. A few of you disliked my videos in the past. That is okay. I'm not here to sugarcoat anything. I'm not here to give happy truths. I'm here to show you the reality through the cards of what Spirit is wanting you to focus on, of what Spirit is wanting you to become aware of. So when we see justice here, it is because the energy is finally turning in your favor, because those of you that know and understand, you're finally sticking up for yourself. And those that wish to exploit you can no longer do so. And by doing this and putting up these boundaries and letting go of these traditions, this new person comes in. And the timeline I'm getting is similar to the other group's timeline. I'm getting August of 2022. I'm seeing that by August 2022, you will be with the person you are meant to be with. And it is because you have put boundaries. You love yourself. You love yourself enough to let somebody else love you. That is your reading, group number 3. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to subscribe to the channel. Give this video a thumbs up. If you wish to see more of my pick a card readings, more videos on spirituality, and more Reiki energy videos, then make sure to hit the bell for notifications. I wish you all the love. Take care.